Hey girl, I just made it. Once I know what we're doing, I'm gonna text you, okay? Alright.
I'm only carbon and shoes. Yeah. I'm always losing my cool.
Yeah, this is the one right here.
Yeah. I guess that's what you do. Yeah. You left my shame in the tomb.
Hey, you made it. Welcome, welcome. So, I was thinking, because of COVID and everything, instead of us going out, we might as well cook something together here.
Okay, I'm down with that.
I like that. So I know how much y'all ladies like pasta, so today we will be making jambalaya pasta together.
Together. I'm excited.
All right, so without further ado, we about to go ahead and get started. We're gonna start off with flour. And for this, we're using 0-0 flour, not like your average, like store-bought flour. So I'm gonna start off by just pouring some out. So we got our 0-0 flour. Now I'm about to make a space right there in the middle, in between. And then that's when Drea comes through with the eggs. A little bit of olive oil.
I was
a
like,
nice little dash.
my little nail. This is slipping through my nail.
Look at the way you had to grab it.
Yeah, I know. That's enough?
Yeah, no, that's perfect. You whisk it with the fork, and as you whisk it, I'll go ahead and start adding in the flour. And we just gonna knock it in gently, you know, and add it into there. We don't want to overdo it, but it'll begin getting thicker and thicker the more you incorporate it. You're doing a great job, by the way. Next, get you a scraper, and we're gonna basically fold, incorporate it until it's shaggy like.
Okay.
Go ahead, hit it with that fold. Okay. Hit it with that fold, and we're just gonna keep going until you see it.
All the way around.
Yeah, until it's not wet anymore.
Okay.
All right, perfect. So now that you got it incorporated, I like to mash it down just a little bit, make sure that it's fully good to go. I'm gonna knead for 10 minutes, so let me know. All right, so we're gonna keep on kneading this, and I'll be back to you in 10 minutes when it's ready to go. All right, so I just got done putting in that work, kneading the dough. Now Drea's gonna drop it on her plastic wrap and go ahead, fold that top over, Drea. And then the sides, here we go.
You don't want
And
no
that
air
side, no air. Yep, go ahead and twist it. Make sure there's no air. Keep doing that. Keep patting it down. Make sure it's good. You can got all the air out. Fold it over, and we can set that to the side for 30 minutes. So after kneading your dough and wrapping it, you'll have to set it to the side for 30 minutes. Let the dough do its thing, and then after that, we can roll it out and get to making these pasta sheets. Next step, we're back. Next step is cooking our proteins. We're gonna start off with that chicken. Dre, what you season that chicken with?
little Cajun seasoning.
Okay, okay, go ahead and sprinkle it on. Let me get that bottom side. Can I get that?
Yeah.
We ain't gotta do too much because our sauce gonna carry the flavor.
Okay.
We just layer it straight in the pan. Making my way downtown, walking fast, faces pass, and I'm homebound. Staring back, and I don't remember none of that.
I was like, he gonna think that's The whole song. So now that song's stuck in my head.
Man, I ain't even gonna lie. When I first seen White Chicks in the 7th grade, I was like, wait a minute, I kind of like that. I heard that on White Chicks.
You never heard it before
when
that?
Terry Crews punked out in the car. Yeah, I've never heard that song before that. I'm from Flint, Michigan. Where would I hear that something like that from?
On the radio.
Yeah, I was like, damn, I don't like that. I rewind to the beginning of the song. Like, all right, it's enough. That thing ready. That thing ready. It gotta be ready. That's ready. That's ready. So I just took my chicken breast off. We're gonna let it rest before we slice it up and move on to the next thing. So Dre, can you help me out and drop that shrimp in the pan? We in there. So next we're gonna add some andouille sausage. Not smoked sausage, not regular sausage, but get you a nice andouille for that like authentic Louisiana flavor. Now we got everything ready. So now we're going to add in our red and green bell peppers. All right, so real briefly, I'm gonna hit a little bit of salt and pepper because we like the layer and flavor. Now shallots. I'm gonna take this off and we'll return it with our Cajun cream sauce with a fresh pan because I ain't have some wine to be glazed there. All right, so we just wrapped up our proteins. Now moving on to the sauce. Sauce is boss. Add me a quick little base. And then I'm gonna drop the veggies back in. Add that garlic.
I mean, what am I saying? So where'd you learn how to cook?
I'm self-taught.
Self-taught?
Self-taught.
That's good because, you know, I can tell that you really care about it. That's what I'm trying to say because a lot of guys, like when they cook for you, it's like, oh, you know. But this is like really pretty and everything.
Is that right?
This looked like something that I would do. That's why I'm like.
What are guys normally cooking? What are guys normally cooking?
I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and knock nobody, but it's just it's not as detailed. It's not as like they probably bust out a can of like salsa, like so you know, like what is it? The name of that? You know, like some store-bought, you know, salsa versus like you actually making this. You taking your time. You learned how to make noodles from scratch. That's crazy.
I appreciate that. All right, so I'm gonna keep stirring a little bit. We trying to get that cheese nice and melted. I put some smoked Gouda in there, and then Drea's gonna finish it off with some Parmigiano Reggiano. As soon as this finished melting and getting incorporated, we can start adding in our spices. And Drea's gonna begin with adding in some Cajun seasoning, but not too much. Yeah. But a decent amount though. All right, next, can I get some smoked paprika? The whole thing.
Okay.
Garlic powder.
Yeah, I was like all of that.
Cayenne.
Okay.
Gotta have that kick. Oregano. On this show, you know, when you watch me cook, I'll be cooking based off taste. So, you know, I'll tell you what ingredient we're using, but I always want you to cook off taste, you know. Measurements are cool, but you develop your own measurements over time. You should always be tasting your food. Don't feed nobody nothing you've never tried. Add some tomato paste. That's it for the sauce. The sauce is done.
Like,
the sauce is done.
You're like, wait.
Back to these pasta noodles. So our dough's finished sitting. We're going to go ahead and roll it out. Making sure you got flour on your hands. Gotta have flour on your hands. So I'm gonna cut it in half. We're gonna start rolling it out. You're just gonna keep on rolling that thing on out. Your arm sore yet? We're gonna go ahead and like trim the edges. Those nice little shavings in here.
Very presentable and delicious.
I wrote a song about the future, then it came, and now I'm on the same thing, just looking for a frame. Take calls in the brain when my brain's still aimless. 20 years and I shrug like the same kid. Maybe dream chasing and scrape me on pavement, cause I just need to pray I'll be used in the basement.
So that is a wrap. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to follow, like, subscribe, comment down below. You know what I'm saying? If you try the recipe, if you review it, let me know what your girl think about it. Let me know what you think about it. If you got some tips for me, drop them down below. Cut.
You left my shame in tune, and it's cool.